Ever feel like drowning in to-dos?
Yeah.
Deadlines just looming over you,
Yeah.
right? And that feeling, that feeling like you've missed something important.
We've all been there.
Right. What if I told you there's a way to not just manage those projects, but to actually know those hiccups before they even happen?
It's about harnessing the power of AI in project management. And it's not some, way off thing.
Okay, hold on. AI and project management, that sounds like something only massive companies can afford.
That's a common misconception, actually. There's an article we're looking at today from pmconnection.com. It's called The Intersection of AI, Project Management, and the CEO.
Okay.
And it gets into how AI is really changing things for project managers at all levels. CEOs, sure, but even freelancers, like anyone.
Okay, so how does that actually work? Is it like having, like a crystal ball, you just see the future of your project?
Kind of. Imagine feeding all of your past project data into a system. So timelines, budgets, all of it.
Go.
AI can then analyze all of that and predict how likely you are to miss a deadline. Or if you're going to go over budget, all that.
So you're saying AI could have warned me about that project, last month. Remember that one that went totally sideways because we did not have the resources?
Exactly. It's all about being proactive, right? Instead of just reacting when things go wrong. It's like having, a co-pilot, someone to analyze everything and give you insights.
So no more scrambling last minute.
You got it. The article even gave this example. Imagine an AI tool that, looks at your past projects, and it sees that every time you work with this one type of client, it always takes 20% longer.
Oh.
So you'd know that going in.
Okay, that's a game changer. Now I'm seeing how this could be for anyone managing projects, not just CEOs and stuff.
Exactly. Think about all those really tedious tasks, spreadsheets and things. AI can often just automate that for you, freeing up your time to, think strategically, solve those more creative problems.
So less time on the boring stuff and more time actually leading the team, making sure things go smoothly. I like it. But it can't all be, easy, right? There must be some challenges using AI for this.
Well, you're right. It's not like a magic solution. To really use AI right, it takes planning. You need to know what the tech can actually do and how that fits with what you need.
So where do we even begin? How does someone listening who maybe hasn't used AI before, how do they start using it for their projects?
Well, a good place to start is actually pretty simple. Think about what causes you the most trouble. What are the biggest bottlenecks in your work?
Okay, so let me see if I get this. If, say, scheduling's always a nightmare, like getting everyone together for a meeting, AI could help with that.
Exactly. There's actually a tool, x.ai. It connects to your calendar, learns what you prefer, and then it basically handles all those messages back and forth to find a time that works for everyone.
No more 20 emails just to find a meeting time. I could get used to that.
Yeah.
What about the other parts of managing projects, though? Are there tools for those?
Oh, tons. Think about risk, for example, things that could go wrong. AI can look at your past projects, see if there are patterns, and give you a heads up if it looks like something might go off track.
So instead of getting surprised by problems, AI can, warn you ahead of time.
Right. So you're not reacting all the time, you're ready. And that means you can, plan your resources better, make better choices all along the way.
This all sounds really data heavy, though. The article talked about that a lot, right?
It's true. The data is really important for AI. The better the data you give it, the better the insights it's going to give you back. So you have to really focus on collecting good data, managing it right, keeping it secure, all of that.
So it's not like you just plug in an AI tool and poof, magic happens. You need that strong data foundation first.
100%. You got to create the right setup for AI to work, And that includes, like the article said, making sure the data is private and secure, too.
Right, because with all this reliance on data, you really want to make sure it's being used ethically.
Absolutely. You need transparency. You need to be able to explain how decisions are made. Organizations got to have those guidelines in place from the start. That way, the data's handled right. And those AI systems, they're built to benefit everyone.
Lots to think about. But it sounds like the payoff could be huge. Really changing how we do this whole project management thing.
It's a total shift. And like any big change, you got to be ready to adapt, to learn new stuff, and really, think differently about how things work. That's what the article said was so important, especially for CEOs and project managers, if they want to keep up.
So it's more than just learning software. It's about learning how to work in this new world with AI.
Yeah, you got it. It's like finding that balance between what humans are good at and what AI is good at and putting those together in a smart way.
Working together instead of fighting against it. Which reminds me, the article mentioned some things that make it hard to use AI, right? Like, not every company has a ton of money to spend on this.
Yeah, that's a real thing. Cost is a big hurdle for some. AI tools, that software, the systems, even just training people, it costs money up front.
So not everyone can, like, dive right in.
Right, it's a process. And that's why the article really stressed, like, having a plan. Don't just use AI because it's there, you know?
Yeah.
You got to know what you want to use it for, which problems it's going to solve.
Pick and choose what works best for your situation, just like any other tool for the job.
Exactly. And the thing is, AI is always changing, getting better. So we have to keep learning, too, how to use it, what it can do.
It's a lot to take in. So how do we make sure all of this happens, the right way, ethically?
That's what it comes down to. And the article, it really pushed for us to be thinking ahead, not just like today, but what does AI mean for jobs, for everything, down the line?
Because people are worried about their jobs, right? Like with AI being able to do more and more, the article talked about that a bit too.
And that's why it's so important to remember AI, it's a tool. It's not here to replace what humans do. It helps us, makes us better. It's about like that balance, what humans do well, what AI does well, and how we use them together.
So instead of like us versus them, it's about working together.
Exactly. We're still creative. We solve problems. We understand each other in a way AI doesn't. But AI can handle all that data, all those little tasks, and give us information. That's the power of it.
This has been really interesting. It sounds like it's going to be a wild ride, but we can't be afraid to learn and change as AI does.
It's an exciting time, especially for anyone in project management. This is the future, and AI can help us stay ahead. But we got to be open to learning, to working together, to making sure this technology really does make things better for everyone.
That's a great point to end on. Thanks for joining us for this deep dive. We hope this got you thinking about AI, project management, and what it all means.